Hey Hunters, Lord here, back with yet another Sunbreak set video, fresh off of Title Update 4. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a new longsword set that utilizes Dragonheart, and we're going to go ahead and compare that to our previous meta sets that used poison and build-up boost. This set, of course, will require no curious augments and a very accessible charm, just weakness exploit 2 with a single level 2 slot. This way we can minimize the impact that RNG has on your ability to make this base set, and as per usual, once we're done covering the basics, I'll give you guys some extra skills that you can look to add with your own curious augments, so be sure to stay tuned for that. With that out of the way guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Our weapon of choice, oddly enough, is actually the Fine Kimura Rapier, as it gets up to 370 raw with our 8 attack augments and the 9th slot being opened. It has tons of purple sharpness, great slots, and a level 2 rampage slot. This is definitely the most versatile longsword for this type of build, and since it has no element or status, you won't have to worry about losing that once you have Dragonheart active. Now there are of course plenty of viable raw longswords, so if you have one that you like, whether that be a poison longsword or the Tigrex longsword or whatever, you can feel free to use that. This set is just my recommendation, but you have to remember it is a game and you can use whatever weapon you like. Again, the augments are 8 attack and opening the 9th augment slot, which gives us a bonus 50 attack and 10 units of purple sharpness. You're going to slot in a Dragon Spirit and Critical Jewel, as well as your anti-species deco of choice, or any other rampage deco that you enjoy. Now that we've covered the weapon, let's go ahead and get into the armor. Starting off with the head and chest, they are both from regular Crimson Glow Valstrax. You'll slot in 2 Dragon Spirit decos, as well as an Intrepid and Brace deco, and then any other level 1 decoration of your choice into these 2 armor pieces. The arms are from Flaming Espinas. You're going to fit in a Sheath and Sheath Plus Jewel to get us 3 levels to Quick Sheath. The waist is Sinister Grudge with a Mighty and Mighty Plus Jewel, as well as any level 1 decoration of your choice. The legs are the Storage or Art Greaves, depending on the gender of your character, Storage for female, Art for male. Now the Handicraft Jewel is optional, but I'll touch more on that when we get to the skills. You'll also want to slot in another Critical Jewel. Now finally, like I mentioned in the intro, the Talisman is just Weakness Exploit 2 with a single level 2 slot, and you're going to fit in the final Critical Jewel here. So now that we have all the armor and decorations ready, let's take a look at our starting skills. We're going to open up with Dragonheart level 5, of course, as that's the main focus of this set and video. At level 5, when we drop below 80% health, we gain an additional 10% to our overall attack, as well as all of our elemental resistances being set to 50. Next, we have our crit skills with Crit Boost, which nets us 40% extra damage on critical hits, Weakness Exploit, which gives us plus 50% critical chance on cutting hit zone values of 45 or higher, and Max Might, giving us a plus 30% affinity when we have full stamina bar. We then get Razor Sharp level 3 for free, which halves our sharpness usage, giving us double the purple sharpness that we start with. This of course works in tandem with the level of Handicraft that I slotted in, which, when coupled with Razor Sharp, actually gives us 20 more units of purple. And since we're not going for Master's Touch here, because Razor Sharp is free, this will just lessen the time you have to sharpen. We of course have Quick Sheath level 3, as this is a must-have for Longsword. We then get 2 levels to Intrepid Heart, which will allow us to hyper armor through attacks or roars once you've built up the gauge. We then have a single level to flinch free for obvious reasons. We also have Mail of Hellfire, which gives us bonus attack at the cost of some defense while on the red scroll. We also have Bloodlust and Coalescence for bonus attack and plus 20% affinity after clearing the Frenzy. You'll then have level or 2 of whatever level 1 decorations that you chose. I have Defiance and Spiritbird Call. Alright, now we have the base armor and decorations, as well as what skills you'll be starting with. The question is, what can we add with augments and a better charm? Of course, if you watch most of my videos, you'll know that I always advocate for getting good slots in your curious augments, as that allows you much more flexibility, as you can swap around skills on a hunt-to-hunt basis by using different decorations. However, some skills to keep an eye out for are Attack Boost levels 4 to 7, Wirebug Whisper level 3, any levels to Wind and or Powder Mantle, a level of Burst, Agitator, and any other quality of life skills that you prefer. So now that we've looked at this set, you must be wondering, is this going to be the new best longsword set? Unfortunately, no, technically. It's more of a side grade than a true upgrade on our old build-up boost and foray sets. If you're interested in looking at those, I'll leave a link in the pinned comment on a slightly older version of the foray and build-up boost sets if you want to check them out. The TLDR is, The Dragonheart set will hit much more consistent numbers, but the build-up boost poison set you will see some higher numbers with 4A and build-up boost active. Now the slightly longer explanation comes down to this. Status weapons only apply status every third hit. Build-up boost then gives a 20% damage increase to attacks that do apply status, meaning that every third attack with the poison longsword will be 20% higher damage. You couple this with 4A, this means the highest hits of the build-up boost set will hit much higher than the Dragonheart set, but it will have lower hits that are going to be just below the Dragonheart set. At the end of the day, this averages out to about the same thing, with a slight edge going to build-up boost for the added poison and 4A damage, but you really won't notice a huge difference. This is actually a good thing, as it gives you a couple styles that you can play, which means you can go for whatever you like, or both if you want to try them out. Alright guys, if you did enjoy the set, be sure to hit that like button, as it's a totally free way to help support the channel. If you're new here, new to Monster Hunter, or if you find yourself coming back to my videos on the regular, I'd ask that you consider subscribing down below for more Monster Hunter content just like this. And of course, in the future, if you decide that the content isn't for you, you're always welcome to change your mind. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I wish you all a good day, and happy hunting.